Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So let's have a look at Vana or the Vana token. So in this video, I'll be breaking down Vana and why we may get one search and after that we could see a really big dip. So there's a reason for that. So if you are the holder of the Vana or if you're planning to buy this token, I think this video is going to be really helpful for you. So first of all, if we look at what the Vana is, basically it is the first open network for data and user owned AI data layer. As you can see, growing data DAO ecosystem, as you can see here. So it is a layer one. They have like this chain that they have going on, and the growth, to be honest, looks kinda like fairly good. I would say it did see a massive growth when it launched, as you can see here, but overall it has been doing fairly, I would say fairly good if you look here in terms of its growth, of course. Now in terms of like total accounts, it has yet to hit like 1 million, as you can see here, and the transactions are still like bit low, as you can see here. Overall, the token itself is available on Ethereum as well as Base, BNB, Polygon, Arbitrum and Optimism. Now the reason why I am making this video is because that if you look here, the token like launched back in December, and if we just look at like the token vesting, so we are going to have like investors token coming up soon, like in it says lockup months like 13 a month, as you can see. So basically if we look here it so basically like in Jan or Feb there will be like massive token unlocks happening for the core contributors as well as for the investors for the Vana token, and this is going to be a bit of a problem. So if we just go here, if we just try to open like let's say token unlock session on a coin market cap, you can see that clearly here. So we'll have a pretty big token unlocks happening, like I think they will happen like starting from Jan 10th or something like that, and that means the Vana will continue to get like sell pressure. So that means we will most likely see a pretty big crash once that happens, because that has been the case with like every other token that saw like a pretty big token loss, and I think Vana will be the same. But before that, whenever like investors as well as like let's say core contributors token like gets unlocked, like there is usually a pretty good surge. So that happens due to like liquidity creation, I believe. So like I think there's a possibility that these investors could create liquidity, and because of that Vana could see a really good surge, and I think that is going to happen like soon. So I think we can expect it like in like from at the end of the December or something like that, or at the start of the new year. But as of now, I think that will most likely happen, and there is a possibility that the Vana could go as high as I think the possibility of Vana like going as high as I would say 5.8 or even $5 is really high. If you look here, the token is hitting like a new low. So we had a new low on June 20th, as you can see here. After that we had a new low on October, and after that it has been holding really well. So unless Vana breaks this low of like I would say 2.4, if it breaks that, there is a possibility that it goes let's see how low it can go. So just a second. So if it breaks that low, there's a possibility that it goes as low as 1.5, I think. But I think before it breaks this, I think it is holding really well. Even if you look here, the BTC went down, it did not like even matter to Vana, as you can see. So if you look at the BTC move, this move that it did like exactly here, 92k to as low as like for example if you look here 93k to as low as 83k, and if you look at the Vana, there is like literally no movement here. So I think as of now there is a possibility that the Vana could see a really good surge, and I think if that surge happens, there's a possibility that it rejects on this trend line. If not, if we do get a breakout, there's a possibility that it goes as high as 5.8 to like 5.3, and if that happens, and if this surge happens, I think there's a possibility that we'll get these token unlocks, and if that happens, these investors will most likely start to take profit, and whenever we get like, let's say whenever these tokens are being unlocked, we'll see a small like surge, and these investors will most likely take profit. So I think starting from like, I would say Feb, like, or even the March of 2026, we'll see a massive like crash for the Vana, and the Vana will most likely become like will most likely be in the downtrend. Of course, before that, as I said, there is a possibility that it can do like really good run. As you can see here, the first target would be of course 5.7, and after that I would think 7.7 is the possibility. Now the reason why I think these targets are possible is because if you look at the market cap of the Vana, it is like holding nearly well around 100 million, and again, if you look here back in September, it was at like 156, and if you look here back in like April, it actually did peak somewhere around 200. So if it goes as high as 200, there's a possibility that the Vana like does 2x from here. So again, going as high as $6 is still, I think, possible for the Vana. I'm not sure how they will like pull this through, because they do need some kind of catalyst for that. It is unclear what will happen, but again, I think there is a possibility that the Vana could pull this off. I'm looking at this move, and after that I think we'll most likely see a massive crash, and it will most likely hit a low of like, I would say, just a second. So I think after that it will most likely hit the low of like 1.6. If you're planning to get this token, it is better to put order somewhere around 1.6. If you can bet a little bit, I think this is the next move that it will make after like going up, or even if it breaks like this support of 2.4, there is a possibility that we could see a melt down as low as 1.7 to 1.5. Again, we did have like these massive crashes, and that happened because of the exchanges error. So there's nothing like there is nothing any users can do about this, but I think there's a possibility that the Vana goes as low as 1.7 to 1.6 if it breaks this support of 2.4. So as of now, I think it is looking really well, and it seems like that it wants to go up. But again, if we are planning to hold this token for 1 year, or let's say or even 2 year, I think that is not a good choice, because if you look here, this is how the token unlocks look like, and the supply will increase, and if the supply increase, it will have a massive like impact on its price, and its price will go down. That is if its market cap like doesn't go down. So if its market cap doesn't go down, of course the price will continue to remain same, but if its market cap goes down as well along with its supply, we'll see a massive crash, and I'm looking at the target of like 1.7 to 1.5. Anyways, if you're planning to buy Vana for like really long term, I think it is better to avoid it. But if you're planning to take profit, I think this is a great zone, and I think this move could happen in like 1 month. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will be back with more. Thank you.